Hello, ARC family, and welcome to the ARC Journey. I have a couple things to share with you tonight. The first thing is our podcast coming up on Friday. Our leadership podcast, our learning community is happening at 10 a.m. It will be at Zoom address 861-502-3160. That is our conference room. 861-502-3160. Anybody is welcome to come join us. If you've listened to the podcast or not, you will still get something from it and can take part in the conversation. But we're looking at the 200 churches conversation about running on all 8 cylinders. So it's talking about your personal health and 8 markers to be looking at. So it is a great podcast if you haven't heard it. It is episode 331 on 200 churches, and I would recommend, even if you can't make it, to put it on your list of go-tos for part of your personal enhancement. We have coming up next week, I believe, if I'm looking at my calendar right, next week, Marcy should be sharing with us a new exciting thing that Church Relations has put together, a church health self-assessment, a part of a bigger picture of collaboration with our churches, but an opportunity for you to be able to, you and your leadership to be able to assess the health of your church from your own perspective, and looking at then what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, what can we do to enhance our strengths, what can we do to enhance our weaknesses. And Marcy's going to give us some great insight to that and maybe build up some excitement for your inbox so that when you find it coming through, you will have an idea of what it is you're getting. We have also, should be coming up, a meeting with the officers on Saturday, but we should have something put together to be able to look at or question what we're doing for conference next year. I know that May seems like it's so far off, but anyone who's had a hand in help in planning conference knows how much time and effort that takes to put that all together, especially for a meeting in person and bringing in people and the food, the arrangements, everything. It doesn't get done in a couple days, a couple weeks, or even a couple months. It takes some serious time and planning. So we want to get some feedback from you, what you're thinking for next year. A lot of questions, yeah, a lot of things up in the air. I confess that as we've continued on in this isolation and COVID crisis, it seems like it has gotten less serious to me. And I know that in many of our churches, we are pushing and pushing and pushing the envelope to the safety precautions and want things to just get back to normal and life to get back to normal. And I'm here to tell you today that COVID is serious, it's deadly, and it's still out there. I ask and covet your prayers for Grove Manor, for the residents, for the staff, and for the families at this time. They are in a heated battle, and I just ask that you would remember them and lift them up in prayer. Especially those who are in crisis, those who are on the front lines. It is amazing the healthcare workers that are putting their own health at risk to serve, to be around those who have COVID, and the effects are devastating. So I just ask, thank you. I want to just say thank you on behalf of the entire region, or for everyone who sits in our pews, everyone. I just ask that we would this Sunday be bringing everyone together in prayer, remembering them and thanking them for their work, their tireless work, their efforts, in trying to keep everyone safe and as safe as possible. And we want to say thank you, just thank you for being the hands and feet of Jesus as you are ministering. And we just are overwhelmed with the sacrifices that you're making um, for family members. Who, we just say thank you. Um, that's it. Please be praying for Grove Manor, and I and remind you that this is serious. This pandemic is serious. It's deadly, and as much as our churches are pushing and we are wanting things to go back to normal, remember the masks, remember social distancing, remember to take the precautions because it's not over. It's not over. All right. God is still in charge, and you are his hands and feet. So keep shining, and we will see you next week. Bye bye.